We're going to start recording now.
No,
Obviously,
run it.
Forex League live trading session for you guys. As always, we're going to start with a little bit of fundamentals, just to get things started. And then Nick will get in to his pairs that he's looking at, and I'll go over my pairs. I normally look at the majors.
Always.
So let's see, gold fundamental analysis. Gold is giving up some gains from recent weeks, but as we can see, its value is still a lot higher than before. The recent gain losses are caused by the fact that there were some positive reports released in the past few days, which leads some of the investors to move their money from safe havens to stocks and currencies again. As we know, gold is the ultimate safe haven because the value of it stays either the same or pushes to the upside in times of uncertainty. We saw a lot of gains in the past months due to the coronavirus outbreak and the risk of global crisis, but now it looks like the market stabilized. However, there is always the chance of a second wave of coronavirus or a global crisis, which we mentioned in our previous analysis, which will also lead to even higher price of gold because there will be more demand for it. After all, gold is a good way to invest your money long term because it's appreciating in value over time, and your money will be safe all the time. So as always, like gold is one of the only true commodities. Look at oil. Oil literally is tanking. Like oil tanked based on the demand. Gold, that really won't happen to because of the fact that because of its use and because of its natural, like because of its natural value. It's people
Exactly. Its
use it
natural
to store
properties
their
make it.
money, but also people use it as, for what it is. The market that it is definitely stable and very strong. Like the demand for it will never really shoot down like oil.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
which is important to take note of. So that's why right now people are putting their money into that because it's really a stable, form. It's really a very stable thing to invest in because inevitably as time goes on and there's really going to be less of gold, the production of it, the real stuff, and it'll probably appreciate even more.
Yep. Absolutely. I mean, we have it. I have it. I've been saying this all week again. We have it going to the 1800 handle, and that's just in the short term. It is one of the only safe haven commodities. And again, as Angelo said, it's used in a variety of ways just for its properties alone. So it definitely has a lot of demand that isn't going to be going away. If anything, people will start to hold it more as fiat currencies become more unstable and more uncertain. People will then be holding gold, you know, more long term. So we'll see the demand for gold steadily increase over time. I'm pretty confident in that.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident in that too. So let's go. We'll have Nick
Yeah.
share up his screen and we will get started here. So I'm going to stop sharing.
So as always, guys, I like to kick this off with DXY. We again because it makes up for 80% of all trade. U.S. dollar is the reserve currency of the world, and it's basically driving all USD pairs right now. It's driving most of the market, so it's always good to start off here, identify our sentiment, where we're at, what the dollar is doing, and then we can move on to other pairs, right? So this is just an index. I use this as an indicator. I just like to make myself aware of the current strength of the dollar on a day-to-day basis, right? So it's good to see that this week we're still in a 4-hour bearish trend. It's holding pretty steadily. We're forming good structure, right? This was that first part of the transition, right? We broke support out of this channel, tested as resistance, and then we started getting strong bearish confirmations, right? We're pushing lower. The MAs are holding it. They're both pointing down. This is a good sign. We just got below this weekly support. That's another great sign. Just another level of confidence saying to us that this is going to continue lower, that the bears are really here and there's good conviction coming from them. So again, we're just coming down to this 98.5 area at our lowest. There are minor levels in here. Angelo had one marked right around the 99, handle. Again, there's lower levels, minor levels, but we're just going to keep targeting them as this pair drops. We're just going to follow this trend as it keeps forming good structure, and we'll be capitalizing on other USD pairs. Knowing this sentiment now. So, again, this is looking really good. We want to keep it ranging between these two levels. This shows stability for the dollar, which is what the global economy really needs right now, especially for the reserve currency of the world. It needs to be stable. Otherwise, it's pretty much chaos. So as you can see over here, this caused a lot of chaos. This giant rally caused a bunch of chaos throughout, other currencies. A lot of people were struggling because the dollar was so overvalued. And there was actually dollar shortage, which caused this demand to increase so heavily all the way up to the 103 area, which again was not good for anybody. Nobody wants the dollar to be that high. It's not good. We need it to be more stable, and that's what we're seeing now. So it's good that we're resuming some sort of normality in the market. So as long as this continues, we'll be good. Hopefully we don't get any other drastic news regarding Corona. Otherwise, we could see this start to rise again, in a dramatic fashion like we've seen over here. But for right now, it's looking pretty good. So let's keep going. We're gonna skip through all these right now. We're gonna circle back to them, but I want to bring this to your attention: Euro GBP, just because there's a potential trade about to pop off here. So let me just show you guys. So I covered this yesterday for those who were in this live session or those who watched the recording. This major support level right here is being tested again. Right, it's looking like an advanced head and shoulders. I told you guys this yesterday. Left shoulder, here's the second part of the left shoulder. Here's the head, right shoulder, second part of the right shoulder. And now we're getting these bearish variations, right? We're getting a couple engulfings in a row. There's a little bit of exhaustion happening on this 4 hour now. So we're going to wait. I do want to see a clean break of this area, in which case you will have two options. Either enter on the breakout, which will be the more aggressive option, or wait and choose the conservative option, wait for a pullback, a retest of this broken support, which will then be resistance, and then look for those bearish confirmations to the downside, those bearish setups like bullish, bearish engulfing, evening star, exhaustion, as well as a lower high, right? Multiple confirmations that would then give us enough confidence to enter on this trade and then short. So the stop loss would look something like this, about 100 pips, protect yourself. You can see I'm outside the 200 EMA here, outside this higher time frame resistance zone, as well as this level will be acting as minor resistance, these MAs. So there's many levels of protection here that this stop loss is outside of. Is again, we're just managing risk. We want the highest probability trade, and that's where this stop loss lines up, right? It's definitely protected, and it makes sense because we're targeting down to this monthly support, and it makes for about a 2.4 risk to reward. So this could be a really good potential trade once we do see these confirmations play out, right? I want to see that break. I'm actually going to draw it in for you guys. Hold on. Let me see this. I want to see a significant drop. It's really looking like it's got conviction right now, guys. This is a good sign. So I want to see something like this. Then I'm going to drop time frames for you guys so we can get a better scope at what's happening here. See a little something like this.
Euro GBP.
Yeah, man. Going a little exotic, a little cross.
Definitely an exotic pair.
All right, let's see. Drop to the 1 hour, and then so this is a good sign, right? So here's that 1 hour. There's a little 1 hour level in here, right? You see how this was broken. This I gotta close this on the side here. What level do we have? Let's do nice whole number. Boom. So this is the key level here. Lower time frame. So this is minor. We definitely want to wait for this 4 hour level to break. We're not going to let this fake us out. No way in hell. So we're going to wait and be patient. I want to see a little bit more of a push to the downside, followed by a retrace or retest. And then let's go ahead and throw fibs on it just to see. From here to here, this would be a 1 hour fib. Right. So I want to see closure down here and then a pullback. And then I want it to be like, there's more confluence if this 38.2 lines up with this, will then be broken support level. So this would be then an area where we can anticipate some sort of reversal, and we'll be looking for entries. So right now it's close, but I want to see, I'm not convinced yet. It's close, but not yet. The volume is still low right now. I want to see a little bit more of a push to the downside. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention. I was going to cover this last, but it looks like it could execute in the next couple of hours. So I want to make you guys aware of this. And this could be a really good potential trade. So if this head and shoulders does play out, you always want to at least target the height of the pattern. So this is about 150 pips right there off the bat. So definitely looking super good so far. And this is primarily bearish. So we are sticking with the overall trend. So this is looking pretty good so far. Drop back to the 4 hour. And then let's keep moving. So let's go back up to the top of our list, covering AU and AJ. So AU, again, guys, this was that trade that, we marked up from Sunday, right? The entry was right here on this morning star after this lower time frame break of resistance, turn support, had the conviction, and the price just took off. So right now we hit that weekly. Remember what I said yesterday, guys? We wanted to see if this 4 hour trend is going to continue higher. We want to see a clean break, significant break above this weekly, followed by a retrace, confirmed higher low with bullish setups. But right now it's looking like a bit of rejection from this level. So, maybe the higher time frame bearish sentiment is going to take over from this level. Could happen. We could be seeing that start to form right now. We would need a lot more setups, a lot more, bearish setups saying that, hey, here are the bears are here to stay. I want to see some huge surge of volume, maybe something like this over here. I want to see a nice bearish engulfing. I want to see these lower time frame support levels break, and then these higher time frame, kind of like a domino effect. But we got to wait from this current area because this weekly is a big area. We do see that we're getting that rejection right around the 65 handle, 0.65 handle. So, I mean, all we
On a
can do is
call.
wait. What's that?
Keep going.
So all we can do is wait right now for this for these setups to play out. Either we're going to get, maybe we're going to get a lot of bearish volume, pushing price action back down, or maybe we'll get a higher low in this area as we come into these these support levels. So we'll see. We got to wait on this one. This is probably going to be more of a move for next week because we got to wait for this kind of to play out. So this was a really good trade from Sunday exactly at market open. It rose about 170 pips to this point. About a few hours ago, 12 hours ago, is when this hit, its final TP level. And then the same is very similar for AJ. Again, it almost hit that final TP right at the 70 handle, 70 flat, right? But again, huge weekly resistance, huge weekly zone. So we anticipated some sort of, rejection, some sort of reversal from this level. Price action was going to react here, and we saw exactly that. The bears stepped in immediately right here after this consolidation. These 4 indecision candles, and then price action just decided to drop. So again, we have to wait and see if this is going to, form a higher low, and this 4-hour bullish trend is going to continue, or if we're going to start seeing these, lower time frame support levels break and potentially a transition into these higher time frame bearish trends. So, maybe if we see this level break, this is a lower time frame area. If this breaks, then we can start looking for, more downside movement, especially in between this range here. But for right now, we got to wait. But this was, again, a good trade, again, from exactly market open on Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this rose about, how many pips is this? About 140 pips. So some good potential movement, or some good movement on AU this week, AUD. And we saw that play out pretty well. Technicals gave us the signs, gave us the confirmations, and we were, able to capitalize on, a couple of these trades. So let's go and keep moving. I'm going to show you guys EU because we were still waiting on this one for those daily confirmations. Right now, we're still consolidating. We're not really getting anything, no conviction, really. I mean, this was a nice push to the upside, kind of a small wick. Right now, it's retracing. There's still 7 hours on this daily. I want to see this push up. I really want to see it form this, double top. I want to see it test the structure level again. Then give us the big ass bearish, setups. Then I want to see the big bearish candles, the volume step in after we get that rejection. But right now, it's just kind of a sketchy area. There's not really that much that we can enter on that would be safe. Because again, if we were going short, our stop loss would be outside this lower high here, and that's a huge range. Remember, this is the daily. That's over 100, 120 pips, and we wouldn't even be able to capture that many, 240. So it'd be just around a 2-0, but again, it's a little risky. I want to wait until we get that higher probability trade, right? So after that rejection from this area, and again, the potential for this trade is 3.28, 3.3 risk reward, and this could be a really good trade. And I mean, it makes sense because this entire, look at the size of this channel. I know I showed you guys this a lot this week, but this channel is absolutely crazy. Super, super bearish. And it loves to make a push and pull back each time. Push, pull back, push, pull back. So I'm really thinking this is no different, right? We have a push to the downside. I still want to see that massive pullback. Other than this crap here, this is news related. So that's not normal market movement. I want to see a pullback in normal market conditions, which is, what we're kind of leaning towards now. The market's kind of, not reacting as much to all this crazy news, and we're starting to resume normality to some degree. So I do want to see this pullback. I want to get those confirmations. And this zone right here, what is this zone? I'm going to mark it for you guys. The price label, right around 1-1. There we go. What is this? The stop loss, right around, where did it go? What the hell's going on here? Oh no, this structure level here. Here it is. There we go. Click the wrong thing. There we go. So right around 1.1. I want to see it come back to that level. You know, the MAs are going to line up as well. And if this does pop up right above these MAs, that's good structure, followed by those bearish setups. And then we would definitely be short on this. So, you know, if this does play out and we do start to get these daily 4-hour confirmations, we're going to be posted in the analysis section in Discord, making you guys aware of what's going on, so we can all get a piece of this one, because this is going to be a big ass trade once it does play out. And similar for EJ, very much true, very bearish. We do see that it's popping below this monthly right now. We could see it, you know, kind of consolidate in this area, which wouldn't be necessarily a bad thing, because we do want to see that consolidation to some degree, whether it push down, come back, consolidate, then drop, or just consolidate where it's at, and then give us those bearish confirmations, in which case we could enter short on. But right now, it's looking good, right? It did break, but it is kind of holding at this current level. The volume just isn't there right now. So we could see, now I'd like to see it push a little bit lower, then pull back, give us another, you know, lower high on this 4-hour, you know, potentially even this daily, a confirmed lower high on this daily, because it is a little bit overextended. You know, it's a big, big leg down here. So let me clear this up for you guys, actually, just to get an idea of what this could look like, where my fib's at. Start on here. Take a look at this right here. So the 38.2 would be above this monthly, so that wouldn't be ideal for me. You know, that would just kind of, if it does pop above this monthly, I'm going to think more it's invalid, and this was more of just a fake out. You know, it broke below, consolidated, then pulled back. I don't really want to see that happen. I want to see it push a little bit lower. I want this 38.2 to kind of line up on this monthly area. You know, more confluence, the better. These MAs will then be in that area. And again, if we do see that price action pop up just above these MAs real quick, that'd be good structure formation. And then if it does follow up with those bearish setups, we would then short the hell out of this for a good, you know, almost 400 pips, 3.6 risk reward. This is going to be a massive trade. So EU, we're kind of sitting on this. This EU, I'm expecting a play next week for the euro to make a bigger move. So again, we'll be posting analyses, making you guys aware of everything that's going on. Just bringing it to your attention. Euro is looking to make a move in the next week or so. So this is looking pretty clean. And again, we're just always waiting for those confirmations. So let's keep moving. I got gold for you guys right now. We're going to identify what's happening here. We'll drop to the 4-hour. So it is still kind of consolidating. This is actually kind of looking like a bit of a flag, but this flagpole isn't that large. So I'm not going to say that it's a true flag rather than just a point of consolidation. So this is looking pretty good so far. It's still very much bullish. This is a higher low. There's no doubt in that. Found support at this structure level, right? So right now we want to see it's testing this lower time frame structure level. We do want to see that break. So I'm going to go ahead and clear this up and show you guys what a potential long opportunity for gold would be. What is that? Oh, unlimited minutes? Okay. Oh, that's why the annotation thing was going on. I see. All right, so here we go. I'm going to mark this up for you guys. We want to see something like this happen. We want to see it pop above this resistance, which is lower time frame resistance, more of a 1-hour area. And then we want to see a higher low with strong bullish setups, strong bullish setups, in which case we'd enter on, and then we're targeting, again, back to towards this 1800 handle, right where this negative 27 fib level is. This is going to be a pretty good trade once it plays out. You know, we're definitely long on gold. There's nothing really that's saying, hey, gold's going to drop. You know, gold's looking uncertain. Nothing really saying that right now. It's just consolidating, which is, you know, good market movement. It is kind of high, but again, gold is not really, you know, that it's not normal compared to other commodities. You know, it is a safe haven. It is in high demand. And, you know, you'll see that there's a huge correlation between, you know, USD or DXY and gold. So it's definitely in high demand. So we're going to look to get towards this 1800 handle. It'd be a 2.6 risk reward if you're just protecting with your stop loss outside of this higher low, this lower time from higher low. If you want to be more conservative, you could even drop it lower. Down to about the 2.0 would be about this monthly area here, right? So I mean, you know, it could be a good short-term play. You know, I would definitely have my stop loss at least outside this higher low. But, you know, we just want to wait for those confirmations. I'm not taking a trade on this at all right now. I want to wait until I see this break of resistance, followed by some confirmation that this level is going to hold with good bullish volume. And we could see that play We could even see this start to play out later today or very early next week. So just be aware, guys. And we will be posting analyses, obviously, all week long and over the weekend, of course, as well. So that's what I covered for you guys. DXY, just to recap, DXY, AU, AJ, EU, EJ, gold, and then Euro GBP. So this one, may execute in the next few hours. So just be aware of that. And we'll be posting that in the Discord for you guys to take a look at. So, Anzo, that's what I got for you guys. I'm gonna pass this off to you.
Cool. All right, I'll go ahead and share up. We'll go to Youssef. So we'll go over to Youssef. We're gonna start with this. I'm gonna go over GU, GJ. I'm gonna go over GJ too. So we're looking at Youssef. We're looking at Youssef. We've been in this trade for a little while now. What is the area that we're in? Once again, to reiterate, supply zone up here on this 4-hour time frame or on this daily time frame. Overall, we've been bearish. Just retested a significant lower high on this daily time frame right here. A lot of rejection, especially down on this 4-hour time frame. Yesterday closed, with some exhaustion, which is not what we want. But this moving average is starting to point down, which is a good sign. For us on this daily time frame. Definitely a lot of rejection in this area, a lot of confluence, 88.6 fib, supply zone, these bearish wicks, definitely huge wicks right there. As we come down to the 4-hour, what's interesting for me is that the market has definitely started to turn over. It's been battling the moving average, crossing over again and again. But we are finding a lot of resistance. We're finding a smooth, reversal, smooth transition right now, all the way down to this 4-hour time frame. So I'm continuing to maintain this position. Yesterday we had this 4-hour engulfing, which was definitely a positive sign for us. And then obviously last night we closed with this huge bearish variation into profit for us. So again, this is a trade we went over on Monday and gave out, still maintaining it. The reason being is because we're aware that on this 1-hour time frame, ultimately on this 1-hour time frame, this is really a key level that needed to break for us, which just did. On this 1-hour, this was a key level that needed to break. We maintained this all the way down though to the 30-minute. On the 30-minute, this was a key level that needed to break. We shorted pretty much right here. This is more of a breakout style entry. I only do this when I have a lot of confirmation. We had this wedge, rising wedge. We had this supply zone up here that a lot of volume came out of. And then obviously we had the break of structure, break through the 200-day. So just a ton of confirmation here, which led me to take that breakout entry. Now, where I would have taken entries if I had waited, basically I would have waited for the retest. I would have waited for the retest of this level, which we had gotten. Double top here, bearish through the moving average. That shows me that this is a significant level. Then I would have been able to put stops, a little bit higher, protect ourselves even more. But there's a lot of resistance here. So we're just going to continue to maintain this trade. Obviously we were getting a lot of rejection again. This is about to close on this 30-minute candle right now. So Youssef, continuing to look for this to turn over, look for this to form a new low as it's been doing, and head lower. So that's Youssef, in correlation with DXY, expect DXY to be bearish. Some say here on that one. After I show this one, probably. Yeah, that's why just look out in the signal room. We're going to tell you when to move your stops in the profit, and we did not instruct that. These two TPs that were hit, as you could see, TP1 here, TP2 here. If we look left, those are definitely significant structure levels. Boom. This level right here. This level right here, this level down here. Boom. 2 levels that were hit, and we always want to maintain or monitor and see how price reacts off of those levels. And obviously, we're using this lower high, we're using this area to judge, wait for if price breaks through. Ultimately, we know when to get out. This trend line has yet to be broken. It's been tested multiple times. We broke it, retested it, so we're definitely still forming this bearish structure here, which leaves me, more than welcome to stay in the trade right now. So that's USEF. Let's go over to UCAD right now. Let's go to the 4-hour. So UCAD daily time frame has been bearish. We had this bullish surge, and then we formed this lower high here, retested that lower high, and now we've just been falling ever since. Let's go on to the 4-hour. 4-hour time frame. This is how I've been looking at this. Is we broke this low, made a new lower low, retested this level multiple 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Made a new low here. Then we came up, made this lower high, actually broke above there, broke above this level to retest ultimately this high. As that was happening, I was bumping up to the daily time frame, using multiple time frames, time frame correlation here. Now, I wasn't just longing based on this break. I was going up to the daily, seeing where I was at. Daily time frame, still level of resistance, and then we got, two, boom, boom, like two bearish engulfings here, which told me that in that area, more sellers than buyers. So sells, we've been in sells ever since. Ultimately, we're retesting this level right now, which is major, but we are looking to go lower. Let's go down to this 1-hour, time frame, low, lower high, low, lower high, retested this low, lower high through the moving average, if, the way we're teaching it, through the moving average, 38.2, whatever, pulled back, made a new low again, made another lower high, but we've now just been falling. We've been falling significantly. I'm really looking, yesterday I was waiting for us to break below this area and retest. It looks like we might finally be getting the retest of that. Right now, we just broke through the moving averages, which is good. It's good for us because we want price to prove itself. We want price to prove that these new lows that it just made, are definitely significant, that definitely are going to be held. So as this comes back up, I'm looking for a retest in this red zone area where this trend line is and with this resistance level. So I'm going to drag this across. And yeah, I'm going to stay on the 1-hour, time frame, and I'm going to see, how this plays out. So potential shorts coming for UCAD. I expect it to breathe a little bit here before heading lower. So let's go over to GU. GU yesterday was actually a pretty solid buy opportunity. We actually put some premium analysis that potentially short opportunities were going to come, but that did not play out based on this 4-hour. I had put in this premium analysis channel on GU this 30-minute break of structure right at our red zone right here. So we have 30-minute. This was the break of structure, pulled right back up. I bumped up time frames to the 4-hour. This is what I saw, this huge wick, so definitely wanted to wait on that. We waited. This 4-hour candle failed to close below, telling us really all we need. And then we started to come down to this 1-hour, look at 1-hour structure, form this higher low, retested this level right here. Was kind of choppy, on this, was kind of choppy, not as good as we'd like, to be completely honest. And then we got some buy opportunities more in this area as we sort of pulled back and then found this like moving like bullish variation through here. So nothing that I would have signaled, but definitely a lot of bullish pressure coming in this area. Lot to be, to analyze and to be aware of. Now, pretty much we're at this 4-hour support or resistance level. We're at this 4-hour level, and I'm trying to wait to see what happens here. Originally I wasn't logging until we really broke above here. If we start to get bearish variations here, boom, boom, like 2 bearish variations, breaks of structure, I will look to continue with this daily pattern, this daily head and shoulders that was forming. I will look to continue with that. If we all of a sudden just get a pullback right now, I'll look to continue with that pattern. If not, if we really do break above here and retest, then I will start looking for longs, all the way down to this 1-hour, boom, 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 made a new high. So we're gonna wait on this. I'm gonna stick on the 4-hour time frame and just monitor this. So as always, leave that as red. For GU, let's go over to NU. Let's just bump up to this daily time frame. Obviously, the daily has started to make some higher highs, higher low. Making a new high now. All of a sudden, making a new high. Realistically, on the daily, We have this supply zone all the way up here, all the way at this level. That's pretty much my next level that I'm looking to be tested at this point. As we go down to the 4 hour time frame has definitely broken bullish, broken bullish at this point, definitely looking very bullish. We need some daily closure above this level. We're not trying to enter anything at the moment. We always want to wait for some pullbacks. Here. Let's just hop to the 1 hour. Yeah, this is just a very strong, uptrend at the moment. We're retesting this zone right here. Basically, what I'm going to be looking for, if I were to bring on my fib from my low to my high, we have this 38.2 here. We have this level down here, a lot of confirmation there. If we get some sort of pullback back into this order zone, and again, these order zones are the most important. These are the areas where we're looking for price action. We're looking for entries because we know previously that price reacted with a lot of volatility in that area. So we want to latch on to those orders. This is where a lot of people are putting a lot of the bigger monies coming into the market. Again, why did I place that there? Let's go up to the daily time frame. Let's go over to the 4 hour actually. So 4 hour time frame, these were just some highs that were made right here. And every time they were hit, boom, fell off, boom, fell off, boom, fell off. So if we're breaking above here now, we can find support here. There's no reason why this can't push up into this upper zone now. So that's what we're going to wait and see on with NU. And, I'll stick on this 1 hour time frame, see how things play out. Obviously, it's Thursday, so I'll see how things play out over the next couple hours. See if there's a potential opportunity here tomorrow. There's definitely going to be some movement with NFP when it comes to the dollar. So that's going to be important for us to take note of as well. Let's bump over to UJ. UJ 4 hour. Let's start off as always on the daily. Let's start off all the way on the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame, we've been talking about this being bearish forever, rightfully so. We're below this 200-day moving average. We got this bearish engulfing. We've got a lot of bearish pressure and in this area because this was a lower high that had formed. We retested this low. We're coming back into a very important level of support now. We're coming back into a very important level of support. Previously, price took off out of this area. Like the retest here takes off. Obviously here, this long wick, this is based on just being retested so many times. Support here, resistance here, support made here, this wick here, support here. So we're definitely coming into a very, very important zone. At the same time, on this daily time frame, we are bearish. Made this low, retested 100%, retested, made a lower high here, moving averages cross, heading downward right here. Obviously, we just broke below this level of support was what we were monitoring right here. We were looking at this very closely. We're looking to short out of this for anyone that's been following our analysis. And we made this new low. Now. We can cycle down to the 4 hour. 4 hour time frame. This is how I see things. Lower high was formed here. After this fall off, lower high was formed here. Moving averages crossed here, and then found resistance. Then we came down, had this minor pullback where we consolidated here for 8 days. We consolidated within this range, and I was just looking for the pop out. It popped out right here. Entry opportunity was right there that we went over. On this 1 hour time frame. So we are just aware of a few things at the current moment. We are at a significant level of support. We're at a significant level of support. On this 4 hour, we are at a low. We need to breathe. We need to come back and breathe. On this daily time frame, we are at a low. Very, overextended on these moving averages. So on this 4 hour, as we start to find support here, if we start to see a cross of the moving averages right here, we start to see some bullish variations. What I will do is I will go down to this 1 hour time frame, and I will start to see whether these levels are broken. These are the levels that need to break. And this what will show that 4-hour engulfing. Again, all time frames line up. So this is what will show that 4-hour engulfing. If these levels start to break, if we can get a break of this, and this is just forecasting an idea based on the significance of the support level that we are at. If we can get a break of this, like this, retest, entry to go long, this is something that we should definitely consider as we ride back into this area. This is trading against the trend a little bit, which is obviously a little bit more risky. But if we do see a nice transition here, we will try to take advantage of this. So that's UJ. We'll see what happens with this. We could just continue to head lower. Really could. We could continue to just head lower. If this starts to continue to like form a flag, hits a high, breaks lower, continues to just kind of consolidate, and we'll just look to head lower. So nothing really major right now. I'm going to stick on the 4-hour with this. Again, just very overextended. And we'll just be patient. We'll be patient. It's later in the week. We took some positions. We've been maintaining that USEF trade all week, which is fine. And we're just trying to continue to hold and see what happens. Let's go to GJ now. Let's start off on the weekly time frame. GJ obviously has been always start on the weekly lower, made this lower low, made this lower high. Where are we at right now? At the current moment, we retested the moving averages, retested this weekly level, closed last week with some resistance here, some exhaustion, which definitely shows us that the buyer stepped in at this support level. So let's start to go down to the daily. What am I talking about? This level right here, based on even this closure, this level closed as support. We've been retesting this so many times, looking to see whether we have enough to push. Obviously, look at this daily engulfing that formed the other day. That was major. That was good confirmation for us, showing us that sellers were coming in. But now we're still retracing. But we're below this moving average. So we are bearish. This 4-hour time frame. Let's just take a look. The market fell over. It went broke this level, made a new low. Retested here, made a lower high. We just made a new low. I know earlier in the week, I had this drawn. We were looking to come out of that zone. We can update this analysis. We can bring on our fibs right here. We definitely had a pullback. We hit this 50% level, which is not our most ideal level. Ideally, either 38.2 or 618, is going to be hit for us to have some sort of confirmation here. And it looks like, we're pulling back a little bit at the moment. This is what I'm waiting on right now with GJ is, I'm going to drag this random line across. That was from the daily time frame. Look how well this was respected, this line. We're waiting to see this area. This is our lower high that just formed. This right here. We're waiting to see how this price reacts to here. If we break above this area, then I'm going to hop back up to the daily, because realistically, I'm going to expect price to continue to appreciate all the way up, potentially up into this zone, all the way up into this blue zone up here. So I got to stay patient. On this pair right now. If we start to get variations like this 30-minute right here, let's look at the lower time frame. This was actually yesterday, I believe. We went over this, the 29th. Yeah, we went over this yesterday. I was talking about this break retest. This was a perfect entry. Perfect entry right here on this 4-hour. We had multiple confirmations. Our 4-hour fib was bearish. We hit this level up here, 4-hour engulfing, double top in this area too. A lot of resistance here. 4-hour engulfing. That leads me to bump down, evaluate structure. These were our structure levels. Support here, through the moving averages. Broke below here. Talked about how we didn't want to do a breakout entry because we weren't exactly where we wanted to be on the higher time frame with confirmation. Wanted to be more patient, And if we were, we got the pullback, this was at 2 a.m., got that pullback. So it was in the middle of the night, and we got the entry that realistically this is an ideal entry through the moving averages, stops right above here, and obviously headed lower would have been a nice risk reward there. So because that happened and this pulled back and we just broke these levels, I'm off this 30-minute. I'm back onto the 4-hour, and I'm waiting for something similar to happen. I'm waiting for 4-hour for it to continue to consolidate here, form structure levels, get a 4-hour engulfing, get a break, potentially head lower. So yeah, it's no big deal, just sitting on GJ on this 4-hour time frame. I don't want to get faked out. I don't want to get faked out and long now, then it drops, or short now and then it longs. There's nothing confirming anything for me right now based on how I evaluate entries, based on how I use my rules. Inverse head and shoulders on the 30-minute. Let's check out the 30-minute. Yeah, so we had boom, boom. So yeah, I would definitely call this a head and shoulders. So this is what he's talking about. Like this. So left shoulder, head, right shoulder, boom, break of the neckline. Entries could have been in this area right here. So that's a good pattern to recognize. Look how we're coming off this zone now, though. We're definitely finding, a lot of resistance at the moment. So those are all the pairs that I have to go over, today. Obviously, GJ, I'm sticking on this 4-hour. Let's just go over real quick the ones that I'm watching more closely. Red, again, is higher time frame. Orange are ones that lower time frame that look to be getting set up, and which is UCAD. And then USEF, just continuing to maintain this trade, as we kind of see if we can continue to fall over and head lower. So USEF, maintain, UCAD, potential entry coming. GU, NU, UJ. I'm sitting on that 4-hour time frame. I'll upload this, into the chat right now. Let's see something I'm on. And then I'm going to just unmute real quick. We have a few minutes here. Let me see. So LS Forex, if you want to go over like a couple of your pairs real quick, you can. I don't know if you're on the chat.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
You're here. All right, share your screen really quickly, and you can go over some things, and then we'll wrap this up. So we'll just go over some pairs that he's looking at too. Obviously, a lot of analysis has been put out, and we will continue to. We're doing the $25 giveaway for everyone that's in here. Pretty much how it's going to work is I'm going to take everybody that's in this list right here. I'm going to try my best. For everybody that's active right now, actually just put into the chat giveaway right now. And then I'm going to enter you guys into the giveaway. And we're going to do that at the end. And then we also have this one deal that I'm gonna give to you guys. It's the end of the month right now. So obviously, we're gonna go over our signals, the results from this previous month. We're gonna talk about that giveaway, boom. And yeah, so LS, if you want to just share your screen so you can get started.
I'm not sure if I can share the screen.
No?
No, I don't think I can.
No? All right, that's fine. All right, so we're gonna do this giveaway. We've got a bunch of names here. We're gonna do this giveaway. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen in 1 second. And we're just gonna wrap this up with the giveaway, and we're gonna do also this one deal for the signals. So let's see. Images. Boom, boom. We've got this. All right, cool. We've got this in here. Let me share my screen. Thanks, everybody. Don't forget the name Billy. Okay, so we've got everybody in here. Got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. All right, so basically what I'm going to do is the order in which you submitted your name, I'm just going to do a random number generator, and we're just going to pick it that way, really quickly. So I'm going to come back onto my screen. We're going to do a random number generator here. We're going to random number generator. When we come into the chat right here, so how many people do we have? We have 1. I'm not going to count people that posted like a message with their flags or anything like that. That's not going to count towards the numbers in here. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we have 22 submissions in this chat. So we're going to go 1 through 22. Number 11 is the winner. So we're going to count down from Tatiana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So Jason Fouts is the winner of the giveaway. Congratulations. DM me on Discord after and just give me your PayPal and I'll get it popping for you. Yeah, congrats, Jason. That is good news for you. Also, we're about to announce that we're doing the $1 promotion one more time for signals for next month. The way that this is going to work, though, is that people that have previously gotten into this are not going to be able to use the coupon again. If you do sign up, you're just going to be removed. So we're going to do this one more time, the $1 premium signals. I'm about to announce it pretty much everywhere. This past month, we've been making solid gains on everything that we're doing. Again, everything included signals, fundamental updates, live sessions, trading plan, and we've got the full course. I talk about signals as much about learning than it is about earning. I know a lot of people have closed their orders, moved their stop. Like, that's fine if you're moving your stop losses and stuff, because the reality of it is we're giving you positions that you should be trying to maintain yourself. You should be trying to maintain yourself, take the lessons that we're teaching you. The whole purpose is for you to become self-sustainable, for you to become more self-sustainable in your own trading. Obviously, to make money as well. If we do it one of two ways, we're starting to do true account management where we tell you everything that I'm doing on my account. Everything that I'm doing on my account, you know what I'm saying, I'm maintaining in there and, with Nick and everyone else contributing. So we are doing true account management. We're doing it by the percentages. Everyone talks about I made 1 million pips. Makes no fucking sense. Pips do not equate to a percentage gains on an account. Every stop loss is different that you're taking. Your risk should be fairly similar. We recommend the risk, for every single trade that we take, which is very important. This is to get you guys to start thinking like more professionals, start thinking like more professional traders out here. So again, premium signals are $1 for this month. If you've already taken advantage of the $1 deal, you can't take advantage again. It's not fair to other people. It's not fair to us. It's the reality of it. There's so much value in here that it's insane. And, we want you guys to see what's going on. And, all the hard work that we're putting in, we want it to be available for you guys. So Nick's gonna, go ahead and say a little bit and
So
sign off.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Angelo. So for this, guys, it's, again, you can't really stress enough how much value is actually in this. There's actually a whole signals course that comes with this too, that shows you guys exactly how we break down and structure our trades, why we're looking at certain trades, why we're looking at these certain take profit levels, how you guys can, consistently use a fixed percentage so that you can grow your account and not blow it on one trade. So like, again, that goes hand in hand with what Angelo just said about, other signal groups. They're just going on and on about pips, and they're not really advising you guys on percentage, rather, which is the better way to do it, which is how you build consistency. Because if you just have someone saying, oh, I'm making 1,000 pips, 2,000 pips, 3,000 pips a month, whatever, it doesn't really matter if you guys are, making your own, you guys are using your own risk. I mean, your own risk percentage per trade, it's going to be totally all over the place, and you're not going to be able to consistently grow your account. So guys, we guide you the entire way. Again, Signal should be more of a learning, a learning tool rather than just trying to jump in and make profit. And you guys will see that once you get in, which is why we are offering this promotion, because we want you guys to come in with no pressure, no stress, and we want you to see what we offer you guys and how much we can actually help you. And definitely take advantage of this. We don't really know how much longer we're going to run this for. I know we've done it for the last couple months, but we're probably not going to do it too much as the Signal section starts to fill up and the capacity is kind of like at its breaking point. So
we only did it last month. That was like the first trial. This month is, we're not going to do this again. We're not going to do this again. It's not fair to people, but at the same time, we're opening this up. We've had a lot of recent success with it, and definitely take advantage. I'm going to put out an entire video breaking down the summary of last month, what I'm talking about with the percentages. This is a lesson in and of itself that I wish I learned from the very start. Calculating lot size, how to manage trades, stuff like that. These are things that are the reality of you getting closer to being a full-time trader. And, what I'm saying? It's not about just taking trades and over-leveraging your account and stuff like that. The full course was just on sale for 40% off for $299. All of those spots are taken. It's back up to $499 now. That's lifetime membership. But Billy, what's your Discord name right now? Just drop your Discord name in here and I'll just message you privately after this and we'll just talk. But again, it's not fair to people that take advantage of the discounts, that do the deals, that pay full price, stuff like that. And at the end of the day, me and Nick we love doing what we do. We work all fucking day on this. They truly say that, when you find something you love to do, it's not work. And we realistically work like at least 8 hours a day. Like I like to say 12 hours a day, because it's not ever end, doesn't ever end. You know what I'm saying? We just work on it as much as we can. And yeah, so, the work that's being put in, the value is definitely there, for you guys. And, we look forward to working with all of you guys.
So guys, if you want to capitalize on any of these promotions, just, message us in Discord, message us on Instagram, just get into our, get into Discord and, message us and we'll get you guys set up. So thank you guys all for everyone who stayed the entire time. And, hopefully this is the last session for the week. So guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend, or enjoy the weekend and the rest of the week.
Yep. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.